Bitcoin has traded above 100,000 US dollars for the first time ever. In this video, I'm going to explore why it's gone up so much recently, where it goes from here, and why now might not be the best time to invest. In January 2023, Bitcoin was trading at just $17,000 per coin. The industry was still recovering from the collapse of FTX and the Sam Bankman fraud. And since then, we've had things like the ETFs approved and massive money managers like BlackRock and Fidelity bringing Bitcoin derivatives to the New York Stock Exchange. We've seen institutional investors allocate huge sums of capital into Bitcoin as it's gone from a perceived scam into a darling of Wall Street. BlackRock's IBIT ETF is holding $43 billion of Bitcoin already. Having launched earlier this year, it was and still is the fastest growing exchange-traded fund of all time. Michael Saylor's Microstrategy is the most significant institutional investor currently.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? There's no second best, okay?
On paper, it's an enterprise intelligence software, public US company, but it's now best known for its treasury strategy, raising billions of dollars in TradFi and then buying Bitcoin with it, creating a feedback loop that pushes its stock price and the Bitcoin price higher. Here's how it works. Microstrategy raises capital through equity and debt offerings. They issue new shares and sell those to accredited investors. More recently, they've issued zero-interest convertible notes, which are like the love child between a bond and a call option. They use the money raised to buy Bitcoin aggressively in the markets, pushing the price up. This in turn pushes the valuation of MicroStrategy shares up as they hold more of an increasingly valuable asset. The higher the share price, the more capital they can raise through further equity and debt offerings. And so the cycle continues. You might notice this sounds a little bit like a Ponzi, and I'd agree to a certain extent that Saylor's strategy walks a thin line between genius and insanity. Originally, he purchased Bitcoin just with his treasury funds, and now he's taking on debt to create a leveraged position. So where does Bitcoin go from here?
It's all a fugazi.
No one really knows, and anyone that suggests they shouldn't be trusted. We are getting to the stage now where there is no shortage of influencers predicting million-dollar price targets. The regulatory climate for the blockchain sector is set to improve next year because nothing says stability like a reality TV egomaniac coming into the White House. We've seen crypto's biggest villain, the head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, who has brought multiple lawsuits against crypto companies, resign. And there are reasons to be optimistic about the long-term future of the industry. However, the 4-year cycle is still a thing until proven otherwise, and we are currently in perhaps the final innings of this cycle. This could be the blow off top before things turn around and go into another multi-year decline, a lonely bear market. When I get phone calls asking is now a good time to buy Bitcoin, you can't really say no, the time to invest was a few years back when you thought crypto was dead and you thought I was yeah. The truth is that digital assets have never been so expensive, and we're in the later stages of a bull market where risk is at its absolute highest. How is it possible that crypto keeps going up and most investors still lose money? I'd use an analogy of the Magellan Fund, which was managed by Peter Lynch in the 1970s and 80s. The investment fund delivered exceptional returns, averaging just below 30% annually during Lynch's tenure. However, most investors in the fund lost money because of poor market timing. Crypto is just the same. It becomes interesting, gains attention and investment during these volatile bull markets. Speculators don't have real interest or conviction in the underlying technology and end up selling when the price goes back down and it becomes boring again. This is a blessing and a curse. If there wasn't anybody to buy at the top and sell at the bottom, there wouldn't be as much opportunity in the markets. If you do want to get involved in crypto, then do yourself a favor and learn about the technology, subscribe to the channel and Google dollar cost averaging. Bitcoin and other digital assets aren't going anywhere. You have time to learn about the depreciating value of the dollar, the elegant simplicity of decentralized networks, and why we're all excited about building a world computer. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more about decentralized finance and emerging blockchain technology, then there's some links in the description. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and thank you for watching.